Dear students, Assalamu alaikum. In my previous lectures, I explained the text and the lesson, the farewell sermon. Today, I will discuss and explain the exercise of the same lesson, the farewell sermon. So let's take a start. Okay? Exercise of the lesson, the farewell sermon. Now we have the first question, name the parts of speech. Now you see, we have been given some sentences and we have to find parts of speech out of those sentences. Okay? Now in the first sentence, we have still water runs deep. Still water runs deep. Now you see, here we have the word still, which is underlined. So this still basically tells us about water. Okay? Still is water. So it tells us about water, and water is basically a noun. It is a noun. So any word which tells us about noun or pronoun, we call it adjective. So this still is working as an adjective in this sentence. It tells us about this noun, water. So still is working as an adjective over here. Now we have the next sentence. He still lives in the house. He still lives in the house. Now you see here, this still tells us about the word lives, and lives is basically a verb. It is a verb. So any word which tells us about a verb, we call it adverb. So here this still is working as an adverb. In the previous sentence, it works as an adjective. Okay, so there is a difference in the usage of this word still. In the first, it works as an adjective. In the second, it works as an adverb. Now you see, these are the sentences which are there in your textbook in the exercise. But I have also given some additional sentences in order to make you understand about still. So, in the first example, we have, it is small car. It is a small car, still it is spacious. Okay, so now you see here, this still is working as a conjunction because it combines two clauses. It combines two clauses. Please be attentive because these examples are not there in your textbook. Okay, it is a small car, it is one clause, and the second clause starts from it is spacious. This is another clause. Now these two clauses are combined by still, and still is working as a conjunction. Now which one conjunction? We call it a subordinate conjunction. We call it subordinate conjunction because we have some other conjunctions which are known as coordinate conjunctions or correlative conjunction. Total, we have 7 coordinate conjunction. Apart from those 7 coordinate conjunction, we have subordinate conjunction. So this still is also subordinate conjunction because it introduces a subordinate clause. It is spacious. So it combines two clauses, so we call it conjunction. Okay, still is working as a conjunction over here. Then we have the next sentence. He is stilling, protest. Stilling means to make quiet, to make silent. Okay, so here this still is working as a verb. Still is working as a verb. It has been used as a verb in this sentence. Okay, so these are different uses of the word still. Here it works as an adjective, here it works as an adverb, here it works as a conjunction, and here it works as a verb. Okay, now the next we have the sentence number 3. After the storm comes the calm. After the storm comes the calm. So here you see after the storm. This after is followed by this phrase, the storm. The storm is basically a noun phrase. Now you see this phrase combinedly, it starts with the preposition after and ends with the noun storm. So any phrase which starts with a preposition and ends with noun, we call it prepositional phrase. So here this after is working as a preposition. Okay, now you see in the second sentence we have the after effects of the drug are bad. The after effects. Now you see here we have after, which tells us, which modifies, which describe what? This noun effects. This effects is basically a noun. Okay, so this word after tells us about effects, which is a noun. So any word which tells us about noun, you know, that is known as adjective. So here this after is working as an adjective. In the next sentence, now you see we have this example. This example, you see, he died the day after. He died the day after. Now you see this example is not there in your textbook. So please be attentive. He died the day after. Now you see this after tells us about time. He died the day after. So here you see it tells us about verb. Okay, it tells us about time, so we call it adverb of time. It is adverb of time. So here this after is working as an adverb. In the first sentence, after is working as an adjective. Okay, now the same after can also be used as a conjunction. Understand? For example, we say he came after I went. He came after I went. So after is working as a conjunction in this sentence. So after can be used as a preposition, as an adjective, and as a conjunction as well. Now see, we have the next sentence. The up train is late. Up train. Up tells us about train. Train is a noun. Train is a noun. So any word which tells us about noun, we call it adjective. Understand? So adjective, up is working as an adjective in this sentence. Now you see, this is a sentence which is given in your textbook. Now we have two more examples. He went up the stairs. He went up the stairs. Now you see up. This phrase starts with up and ends with noun stairs. As I told you previously, any sentence, any phrase which starts with a preposition and ends with noun or pronoun, we call it prepositional phrase. So here this up is working as a preposition. Clear now? Now see, we have another sentence. This is also an example which is outside from your book. He went up. Now you see this up tells us about what? Went. And went is a verb. So here this preposition up is working as an adverb. This is adverb because this up tells us about the verb went. So this is what we call a adverb. Adverb of what? Place. Adverb of place. Okay, it also shows direction. Now you see, we have the next sentence. It weighs about a pound. It weighs about a pound. Be attentive. It is a bit difficult because there are many controversies regarding usage of this about. Because about can be used as a preposition. It can be used as an adverb as well. Now you see here, it weighs about. This about basically tells us about weighs. And weighs is a verb. Weighs is a verb. Now you see this about is working as an adverb because any word which modifies, which describe a verb, we call it an adverb. So here this about is working as an adverb. Okay. If here we are going to use another verb as well, but there mostly about is working as a preposition, but here it refers to the verb which is used, that is weighs, so we call it adverb. Now the next sentence we have, he told us about the battle. Now you see, he told us about the battle. About, once again, it is a phrase which starts with a preposition about and ends with the noun battle. Once again, it is a prepositional phrase. It is a prepositional phrase. Now you see here this about, once again, it works as a preposition. It works as a preposition. Okay. Now apart from that, we have some other examples. Please be attentive. Mother is about to explain it. Now you see this about can be used in such manner as well. It can be used with this infinitive. We call it infinitive. Why do we call it infinitive? When to is followed by a preposition. When to is followed by a preposition, when to is followed by a verb, we call it infinitive. For example, we say to read, to play, to write. Because to is followed by a verb, so we call it infinitive. We also call it verbal noun because it is made of a verb. It is made of verb, to plus verb, infinitive. So we call it verbal noun as well. This infinitive, though it is made of verb, but it works as a noun. It works as a noun. Remember, this about tells us about this to explain infinitive. It is used with this infinitive. So this about is working as an adverb. Remember, here it works as an adverb. Then we have the next sentence. Mother is up and about at 6 o'clock. Now you see here it is a combination of up and about. Mother is up and about at 6 o'clock. It tells us about the time. Okay, and it tells us mother is, so it tells us about mother. Mother is what? Mother is a teacher, mother is a student. So student or teacher tells us about mother. So those two words, mother means teacher and student, both are working as a as an adjective. So here this up and about is working as an adjective because it tells us about the noun mother. So this is what we call adjective. Okay, then we have the next. He is only a yard off. Now you see here this only. Here it was as a what we call as an adjective. Only can be used as an adverb. For example, we say that mother only plays hockey. So only tells us about plays, verb. So there the only is working as an adverb because it tells us about the verb plays. Okay, only can be used as a conjunction. For example, I say I want to help him, only I don't have money. So only combines two clauses. I don't have money and I want to help him. So it combines these two clauses. Only is means working as a conjunction over here, and it gives the meaning of but. It gives the meaning of but. So only can be used as a conjunction. It can be used as an adjective. It can be used as an adverb. Now you see we have the next word, a yard of. Okay, of me. Now you see of is followed by a pronoun. This me is pronoun. As I told you earlier that any phrase which starts with a preposition and ends with noun or pronoun, so we call it prepositional phrase. Now you see it ends with a pronoun, so we call it prepositional phrase. Of me is a prepositional phrase, but alone this of is a preposition. Clear? Okay, now we have the next. Suddenly, sentence number 9, suddenly one of the wheels came off. Came off, this off tells us about this came. Okay, off is a preposition. Understand, you know that there are different types of preposition. We have simple preposition, we have double preposition, we have compound preposition, we have phrase preposition, we have disguised preposition. These are different types of preposition. So of is basically working as a simple preposition, but here you see it works as an adverb because it is not followed by any noun. It is not followed by any noun. So when it comes alone with verb, so we call it adverb because it tells us about this verb came off. So off is working as an adverb over here. Now you see we have the next. Muhammadans fast in the month of Ramadan. We are told about the followers of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. We are told about the Muslims that they observe fast in the month of Ramadan. So here this fast is working as a verb. Muhammadans fast. Fast means roza rakna, means they observe fast. So here this fast is working as a verb. Okay, then we have the next. He kept fast. Now you see we have the verb. Okay, he is subject and this noun is working as an object. So this is a noun. He kept fast. This fast is working as a noun and here it was as a verb. So this is what we call noun. This fast is working as a noun. Understand? Okay, then we have the next, he is on the committee. He is on the committee. Now you see once again, as I told you earlier, that when a phrase starts with a preposition and ends with the noun, we call it prepositional phrase. Once again, this on is a simple preposition. This phrase starts with on and ends with noun committee. Is a noun. So this is once again is a prepositional phrase. This is a prepositional phrase. The next we have the sentence, let us move on. Let us move on. It is just like you see, this on is basically a simple preposition. It is a simple preposition, but here it tells us about the verb move. Move. Let us move on. So on is working as an adverb. Remember a very simple formula. If this preposition is followed by a noun phrase or a noun or a pronoun, so then mostly this preposition works as a preposition. When it is not followed by any noun or noun phrase or pronoun, so mostly it works as an adverb. This is a simple formula. Okay. Now you see, let us move on. So this on is basically a preposition, but here it was as an adverb because it modifies, it tells us about this verb move. Now the next we have sit down and rest a while. Sit down and rest a while. Now you see this rest a while tells us about rest, and rest is verb. Rest is a verb. So any word, any phrase which tells us about verb, that is known as adverb. So this is adverb. This while is working as an adverb. Clear? Now the next we have sentence number 15. I will watch while you are asleep. Now you see we have this while, it works as an adverb, but here it combines this clause, you sleep, and second, I will watch. It combines these two clauses. So we call it a conjunction. We call it a conjunction because it combines two clauses. And it is subordinate conjunction, okay, because it precedes a subordinate clause. So the whole clause will become a subordinate clause because it is preceded by a conjunction, and that conjunction is subordinate conjunction. So it here while is working as a conjunction. Clear? The next we have the last sentence, okay, of these sentences. They while away their evenings with books and games. While away means to spend leisurely, to spend freely. So they while away their evenings with books and games. Here this while away, while is working as a verb. It works as a verb. Clear? So while, different usage of while. I hope that you have understood these sentences. Okay.